Good afternoon. My name is Prophet C. Brazell. Welcome to another day of Bible prophecy. As I reiterate, I am a modern day prophet sent by God the Father to prepare the way for the return of Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. Today's discussion, my topic or my focus point is Daniel 2, verse 31 through 35. Once again, I want to show once again where we are in Bible prophecy. How I'm going to do this is to meet the characteristics spoken of by the prophet with the character upon which God spoke. This way you'll know who God is talking about in the end of time, near the return of Jesus Christ. The same as I did with the space shuttle in a previous recording, I showed that this God's focus point was focused upon the United States of America and the United Nations. Likewise, as I will begin today, what Daniel chapter 2, verse 35 is concerned of is concerning about an image that King Nebuchadnezzar saw. But before I get started, I want to read to you a part out of St. Matthew spoken of by Jesus Christ. In other words, each prophecy is written down in the scriptural Bible. Somewhere it have a connecting part in another prophecy. This is did by God to allow us to know that this was the works of God and not by the way of a man. A man doesn't have this amount of wisdom. Neither can we get this out of anything of mythology or Scientology. I'm reading what was said here in St. Matthew's, beginning at chapter 24, and explain the meaning and the significance of each meaning. And we compare them with today's event as they unfold themselves before our very eyes. Chapter 24, verse 1, St. Matthew's Holy Bible. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See you not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Now, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. But nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these things are the beginning of sorrow. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When therefore shall see, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy places, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountain. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in his field return back to take his clothing. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulations, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect saved. Those days shall be short. I want to stop right there because I got so much I got to go through today. This what God telling us. The temple, as God referring to, there would not be any stone left thrown down. The temple are the peoples. Just like the ark, God used the ark of the covenant as a symbol of the peoples of Israel. These are the nations in the Middle East. The temple, the stones God was talking about would be the governmental body that is established by the peoples in each one of those cities. Like Saddam Hussein, he was one of the stones cast down. This is what God was talking about. And the man who was the leader of Afghanistan, he was dethroned and was replaced with other people. Now, these people began to deceive each other out of fear and out of greed. They allowed the Antichrist, who was against Christ, to come in and replace the original governmental body with another governmental body who promote the law of democracy above the law that God gave to Moses for the children. They abandoned the sacred law for an unholy law, making the will of the flesh more popular than the will of the living God. This is what they did, and this is the blasphemy against God. But he said here that no stone will be left that won't be cast down. So that means this war will not, it started with Afghanistan and Iraq, but it will not stop until it's consumed Iran and the rest of the nation, Egypt, Ethiopia, Libya, Saudi Arabia, and any nations in that region. But the prophet Daniel will tell us, the prophecy of Daniel will show us these things. I want to begin at Daniel chapter 1 here and tell you the first beginning, then I go to the respective chapter that I want to say, I will show you. In the third year, Daniel 1, of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judea, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim of Judea unto his hand, with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God, and he brought the vessels unto the treasures house of his God. This is the next part I will start. I will come from this here and let you know